spring break is next week, and then originally we were supposed to have the Monday off. So the 6th, the Monday after Easter, usually we're off. Well, due to the weather, they took that day back, and a lot of the people are protesting and calling off. So the word on the street is they're going to ask us to go be substitutes that day since so many people.
Wait. Let me turn this light because I was trying to get like a little extra light because I look a little dark.
Yeah.
That's okay. Wait a minute, hold on. Why were they originally given this day off?
So that the school calendar, well, yeah, that day was supposed to be originally off for everyone. Like it was spring break, Easter, Monday after spring break, so you come back on the 7th. And due to the weather, they had to take that day back. But you had a lot of people who had already taken that day. Like they had plans, so they're calling out. So I think there are right now over 200 people who have called out total.
And the
So
original, so it's originally like a floating holiday, essentially.
yeah. Originally, it was part of spring break, but the problem is during the weather, like they still worked. So they're a little confused as to why they took the day back. So now I said the word on the
Students
street is,
still off?
huh?
Stu- are the students still off?
No, they took it from everybody. So now,
All right, let me ask you something because all right, so here's the thing. Had this been they let the students stay off and ask the teachers to come in and work, I'm with the teachers. This is bullshit.
yes,
I'm going to be honest with you. I might listen. I'm one to say fuck the system sometimes. This is one of those system might be right. The system might be right.
not if I gotta go work.
But my thing is everybody got to be here. If the
Yeah,
students got to be in here, we should be in here too.
yeah, but they're pushing back because they think it's unfair because they worked every day during the snowstorm. It's not like we missed any time. They were doing online learning. Like they told them beforehand, like make lesson plans and prepare to be at home, and they did. Like we were never closed one day. Like we were all working.
But were the kids still in school?
Yes, they were learning virtually.
So you, oh man, this is where I know I would somewhere. Listen, if there's a boss, if there's like leadership out here looking at me, they're probably like, this guy gets it. Yo, okay, I'm yeah,
But they pitched it as if it wouldn't count against the days.
but it did.
Well, yeah. So
So two things can be true. Yes, you shouldn't lie to people, but we did. Get over it.
well, I might have to pay the price. Also, I was listening. This is completely random. I was listening to Biggie today. I was listening to Juicy. You know how in Juicy he like fuck all them people who was calling the police on me when I was trying to make money for my daughter. And I was like, well,
Yeah,
if you were selling
yeah,
drugs
out
outside
here
of
selling drugs.
call the police on you too, my man.
Let me ask you something. Who's wilder when it comes to things they may do to people? Biggie's friend, what's his name? Tata or Ray J?
Definitely Ray J.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Ray J, you can't say that. With no pause, no nothing.
Ray J.
Ray,
1000%.
Ray J is what, and that's not his first time saying something like that. I still remember what he said to Fab on that Breakfast Club interview.
Ray J. Ray J is someone who's been rich his entire life and think he hasn't been rich his entire life, so he think he can say things, or maybe he's just mentally unwell.
Well, here's my thing. I'm not crazy, but I've said some things like Ray J has said to people before.
That's crazy. Would you care to elaborate, or would you like to keep that between?
Now, I didn't say I would do it, but I say, I mean, boy, keep talking. I mean, somebody, but that's when I'm like, that's when I'm seeing red though. Like I've only done that like twice. Yeah, is threatening to kill someone like is that a crime?
Say that again.
It's like, all right, if you threaten to kill someone, is that a crime?
Can be yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a crime if they pussy. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Kind of cool. Here's what I'm gonna say. Yo, in some of these situations though, like, never mind. Golly, man, it's I feel like every week we come in here and we got some things about jobs. I'm gonna be okay. Back to the original thing. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. The teachers, y'all gotta suck this one up. Y'all gotta suck this one up. Now, if I were the superintendent, what I would have said is, hey guys, you gotta lead with the unfortunate news. Yes, we put our foot in the mouth. Yeah, I probably would have went up there and just said, yeah, we kind of lied, guys. Yeah, I would have started with that because here's the thing: if you go up there and acknowledge, yeah, we kind of lied. Well, I can tell you right now, what you're already doing is you're cutting out a lot of what everyone else is getting ready to start with. We lied. Here's what we want to do to help fix it. So acknowledge what you did wrong, offer a solution to help fix it, and then from there, you just have to sit there and be quiet while people just be angry with you. But you have to give them an option to be able to. So what I would have did was, hey, we're gonna listen, we are gonna work on Friday. We recognize that there are some people out here who may have already made plans and stuff like that. So here's what we'll do. They probably can't do a thing where they offer that day as overtime. So can't do that.
Not happening.
So what I would do is I would tell teachers, we are asking for everyone to come to work that day. If you choose to come back to work on that day, if you are able to come back and work that day, we will honor it with a floating PTO day. We will give you another PTO day to use from now to the end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So instead of all of y'all taking off right now, that's crazy. Because if you do that, then what should happen is, let's just say, in round numbers, let's just say 25% of teachers decided they were already going to, like, as a strike, they were going to take that day because y'all not going. I feel like if you do what I just did, that number might go from 25 to maybe 15 to 10%. Because people will be like, all right, I'll just find a way. Like, because you can imagine not everyone was going to there's a lot of people who are going to use that day to do nothing. So they'll be around.
Yeah.
And now they can use that for a day where they can just actually have a long weekend for something from now to the end of the year. That is what I would.
It's just very unfortunate.
What is your thought on that? Like, if the superintendent came out and did that, do you think that might?
No, it's not. People because people don't like him anyway. So it's.
Well, that sounds like he kind of been doing some bullshit.
Yes, this is just another list of bullshit.
Yeah. Well.
So
yo, but like I'm just going back to a previous conversation. You work somewhere, and like a coworker of yours just straight up ask you, "So what do you do?" I'm telling you, I don't care what field you work in. You will probably spend the next week thinking to yourself, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, is my work this?
That's happened to me before. That's happened to me in my current role. It's going to happen in my new role. People just don't.
Yeah, but not like if it's someone you haven't worked with before, or maybe someone who's newer, or maybe someone who hasn't worked with your department before. That's not what I'm talking about, because they just don't know what they don't know. I'm talking about.
No. I'm talking about people on our team who don't know what we do. People who sit on the same floor, who we interact with all the time.
Now, see that, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's something that would have me going home or driving to a winery or a bar after work and just sitting there just asking myself, yo, what am I doing with my life? Like, this is like, I've been working here. You go put your all into work every day just to not even be able, like, people can't even tell you what you do. Like, I don't know, man.
People don't even, man, it's frustrating. So,
and then somebody will ask you to come to work with like a good attitude and shit like this. Like, yo,
no, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know when you see this Nas fade. Yes, this Nas fade. It can only be one brother, the good brother, Los D Mix, joined by the smoothest bald head on the East Coast, Mr. Danny Ocean, and welcome to episode 218 of the Speak On It podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a really, really good show for you today. We're going to start off quickly run through some NFL headlines. I think we'll have a big fantasy football discussion. We had our All Money In owners meeting over the weekend. I've also had between this league and my other dynasty league some very interesting trades over the last week, which I kind of want to just bring both of these leagues not together in terms of people, but like the conversation around using the max points for and tanking and the quote unquote ruckus it may cause, and even if that strategy may work.
Yep.
And then on the back half, we'll talk a lot of basketball. We got March Madness this past weekend. We got the Sweet 16 coming up for both men's and women's. And then NBA. Listen, Nico, I want to take some time today to really thank you. Really thank you, even though the Lakers lost last night. First game in March that the Lakers have lost. That was last
March
night.
24th.
Yeah. Fun fact: before last night. I was at the last game that the Lakers lost.
Hilarious.
You're
the good luck charm.
I know. And then we'll finish it off, Danny. I'm gonna let you do a full ISO after our WWE chat. I'm gonna let you do a full ISO WNBA new CBA. I was reading over it. Ooh, them women get some money now. Them women getting some money. But let's start off in the NFL. Speaking of getting to the money, ladies and gentlemen, if you had this brother on your fantasy football roster last year, then you already knew coming into this upcoming season, this young brother right here was going to get paid. We knew in the Rose Bowl versus, what was that, Penn State? USC?
Yeah.
Penn State? Something like that. Brother went for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yeah, this motherfucker right here is going to be a really good wide receiver. Jackson Smith-Njigba has reset the wide receiver market with this new deal. So for all y'all wondering why you let Kenneth Walker out the door, why you letting some of these other guys out the door for Super Bowl run, it's because you got to pay maybe the best wide receiver in football. 4 years, $168.6 million, $120 million guaranteed.
And I think that averages to $42 million a year, which is $2 million more, I believe, than Jamar Chase. Also, hello, Bam. Hello, Akili. Glad you're back.
What's up, Akili? Glad you're back. Big deal or no deal? No pun intended.
Massive deal. This, like you said, it resets the wide receiver market. We've talked about contracts multiple times. The goal is to get $1 more than the last guy. JSN got $2 million more than the last guy. And if you're someone, and we're going to talk about in a second, like Puka Nacua, who's up for a new deal, or Devontae Smith, who might be up for a new deal next year, like everyone around is like, that's the new floor. It's $42 million.
Okay, now stop right there. Puka's going to reset the market. I'm just waiting on notification to come in to say that Puka Nacua has reset the wide receiver market for 4 years, $170 million. Like, I'm just waiting.
I think Puka's going to get $45 million a year. So what's 45 over 4?
It's like,
let's see, 180. That's 180 million. 45 over 4 years.
All right. You think he's going to bring the market up that much?
Yes.
Well, actually, with how much the salary
he's done it longer.
Yeah. And with how much the salary cap jumped up, and if you're using expectations, you then expect it to go up some more. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, what's Puka? Hold on. Because Seattle did the Howie Roseman special. Hold on. Let's
unloaded it or backloaded it?
No. So the Howie special is you take the 5th-year option, and then so the contract doesn't kick in.
Oh, like what I did with Harold Fannin. Extend him, then give him the
correct. Yeah. So he's going to play on his 5th-year option, and then his real money is not going to kick in until after that 5th-year option. That's how we did with Devontae. Let's see. Oh yeah, it looks like Puka. Oh, Puka wasn't a first-round pick, so he doesn't have that 5th-year option. So yeah, that's where the Rams are screwed. Rams don't have the 5th-year option. So this upcoming year, is the last year on his rookie deal because it's only 4 years because he wasn't a first-round pick. So yeah, you got to do it this year. You can't let him sniff free agency.
Yeah. If I'm Puka, do you want to sniff free agency? You're like
No,
if
but you have
from.
more leverage.
I'll be honest with you. I think this is where like I don't know no Puka, but like seen him talk enough. Dude's just like a bro. So I feel like he's probably telling his agent, "Hey man, I don't come from a lot. You know what I mean?" And the agent's probably somewhere like, "Brother, let me run this up for you. Like I can really run this up for you." And Puka's like, "All right." Like I feel like if the agent went to the Rams and said, "Yeah, 45 mil a year," and the Rams were like, "How about 43 million a year?" I feel like the agent might come back to Puka and Puka be like, "All right, that's cool," and then the agent be like, "No, no, 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 no. Let's run it up. Like let's run it up." I don't know. I think Puka just seems to me like someone who would just be okay with taking 1 million more than whatever they is making, and but I guess I mean again, but to your point, I think it's because but to your point, with them not having that 5th-year option, the Rams might just come out and say, "Listen, buddy, you block hard for us, you catch everything, great teammate. This is the deal. Take it. Not only are you gonna reset the market, buy a few. So anyone who beats you, they're damn near at 50 million a year to catch a basket. I mean, to catch a football."
Because the question is, who's up after Puka on that level? Like, what receiver? Jamar's gotten paid. Justin Jefferson's gotten paid.
When did Jettis get that? Jettis got that deal this past offseason?
Yeah, it's either last year or the year before that. And was it one of those contracts again where you just the money doesn't kick in until year 6 because you use their 5th-year option? So it's like 4 years was actually 5 years because of the 5th-year option. Yeah, I think he just signed it. Yeah, it goes into effect. I want to say next year. No.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
All right. Fun fact. Which wide receiver do you think in the NFL has the biggest cap hit?
Is it DK?
That's 3.
The biggest wide receiver hit. The biggest cap hit for a wide receiver. It's got to be someone close to the end of their deal because that's usually when the cap hits get bigger, is towards the end of their deal. Is it AJ?
That's number 9.
Okay.
DK's 3, AJ's 9.
So it has to be someone who's recently signed.
Just keep naming wide receivers because I feel like you'll get there.
It's not Jettis.
That's it. Yeah, don't look it up.
I'm not. It's not Devontae.
You got in 10 Jettas, 9 AJ Brown, and you got 3 DK Metcalf. Just think of the best. That's number 2. 33.1 is number 2. Just start naming the best wide receivers. You'll get there.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to make an educated guess. It's not Jamar, is it?
Jamar Chase, number 8, 26.1 million. Keely said CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's cap hit is number 11, 19.8 million. Let's ask Kyle. Kyle, the question is, what wide receiver has the biggest cap hit for 2026? So you have so far has been named number 11, 10, 9. Jamar is 8 at 26.1. I think I saw DK Metcalf. He's 3.
Is it Tyreek Hill?
Amon-Ra is 2. Tyreek Hill, no, he's also a free agent.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a dead cap hit. It's got to be someone. It's not George Pickens because he's been Is it George Pickens with the franchise tag?
George Pickens is number 6, 27.2.
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson is actually he's not number 1. He's number 26.
Okay. It's got to be someone.
Jigba, by the way, is number 25.
That's crazy. It's got to be someone who's a star, who's at the end of their second contract. And I'm just trying to figure out who that is.
Do you want to guess? I mean, do you want a hint?
Sure.
It's in the NFC.
It's in the NFC. Okay. Well, Mike Evans is gone. That would be my guess, but it's not. Mike Evans is it Brandon Ayuk?
No, but your Mike Evans guess was close.
It's someone in that realm because it has to be someone.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Your Mike Evans guess was close. That's your last hint.
Okay, Mike Evans was close. Chris Godwin?
Boom. Yes, it is Chris Godwin. Number one cap hit for a wide receiver in the league. Chris Godwin, 33.6. Don't worry, I'm a share. That's why I had to ask. I said, no way y'all gonna believe this. No way y'all gonna believe this. Yep.
Hold on, let me hide that.
Yo,
Wow.
the Bengals need to be arrested. Look at this.
God.
7 and 8. The Bengals need to be arrested.
And that's why.
The Bengals need to be arrested.
See, Devontae was also. I was about to say Devontae. Like, it has to be someone who is almost at the end of their current contract, because that's
like
when
some
cap
of these,
numbers get.
Like, good deal right here. Drake London, this is a good deal. Like
for
Darius
now.
Slade. I know, right? Darius Slade not here stealing money. Brandon Ayuk, 18 million.
Okay.
Yo, look
Josh Palmer? What the fuck?
You start looking at some of these names, it's like, look at this. You know he gonna get paid, but tell me his cap hit better than his?
I can't believe Smitty is behind Josh Palmer.
I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you. Kyle was like, no wonder they couldn't afford to bring back Evans. Boom. He's right. He's right. That's what I'm saying.
I never would have guessed Chris Godwin.
But do y'all remember? But see, that's one of those things where you kind of got to go back and think about the temperature. Like, think about the temperature of free agency and the team when they made that deal. Because remember, when Chris Godwin got that deal, it was after he broke his leg. So that was a good faith deal. Like, because remember, he was on his way to getting paid, broke his leg, and they were like, listen, brother, we're gonna honor you. We're gonna give you this money. Now that's to Kyle's point, you start thinking about those negotiations with Mike Evans. I see it. The Bucs said they tried to make him a deal, but he wanted to go elsewhere. Yeah, did they try to make him a deal?
They probably was like, hey, dog, we're going to pay you less than Chris Godwin. He was like, all right, well, see you later.
I know, right? Highest running back cap hit. This should be easy. Come on now.
Saquon.
No, that's 8. Jonathan Taylor, 15.5 million.
Oh, okay.
Josh Jacobs, though, 14.5. So for everyone thinking that the Packers, yeah. Anyway, back to our regular schedule program. So Puka, he's probably getting 45. JSN, he's getting 42. Speaking of people who need to think about what they say before, money gets involved, Cam Skattebo. He went out there. He made some comments about CTE. What else did he say?
He said CTE isn't real. And, yeah, he said something else, too.
He was something else along the lines of, I just kind of shake it off or something like that. Like, I play football or something like that. And everyone was like, all right, buddy, listen. I get what you're trying to, show everyone.
He said asthma is fake. That's what it was.
All right. So the CTE isn't real. All right, buddy. I get it. You're trying to prove that you're tough and that you like to run through people when you play football. I understand it. You start talking about asthma is fake. Now it's like Timothy Chalamet making fun of the opera. It's like, all right, I'm on your ass now. Like, I'm on your ass.
Come on, dog.
Like, Timothy, boy, they got your ass for that one, boy. They got you for that one.
They said you ain't winning no Oscars,
nothing,
and we're going to fire your ass up. You better do good in Dune, my boy. Dune better be a masterpiece.
I know, right? What do you think about people saying that the Giants might draft Jeremiah Love for that running back duo with Jackson Dart? They got Patrick Ricard. Like, they might try to run the rock. Or what are your thoughts on a lot of mock drafts saying Jeremiah Love going to the Commanders?
Ooh, that would be interesting. But the thing about the Commanders is their O-line is kind of cheeks, man.
They've been investing in it. They've invested a little bit in it.
But their center just retired, right?
I thought that was the Bears.
Was it the Bears? Okay. The Commanders, Laramie Tunsil got an extension. He's their left tackle. I mean, Jeremiah Love could take a lot of stress off Jaden Daniels because Jaden Daniels should be running.
Yeah. So key offensive line moves in 2026 offseason for the Washington Commanders. They re-signed Andrew Wiley.
Okay.
They re-signed Chris Paul. To your point, Laramie Tunsil signed an extension. and then they released their starting center, Tyler.
That's what it was. They released him.
And then their 2024 third round pick, Brandon Coleman, is expected to compete for a starting spot along with their offensive line. So they've listen. They're trying to listen. You watch your offensive line kind of. Yes, he was on a scramble, but listen, he had to scramble. He scrambled because y'all couldn't block the Broncos right in front of him, or the Seahawks that was right in front of him. So they're looking at it like, yo, this guy, not only does he put asses in seats in one of the blackest cities in America as a black QB, but he's damn fucking good. We should protect him. We should protect him, because if we protect him, we're talking about 15 years and we don't have to worry about this position. We just got to make sure we get him his money.
And he shouldn't be the team's leading rusher ever again.
Ever again. Listen, if you, as a fan base of a team in the NFC East, if you could prefer Jeremiah Love could go to one of those teams,
it would definitely be the Commanders.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I feel like the Giants right now are being run by competent people, and that's like, I think the Giants might be a playoff team next year.
No, there's no thinking to it, brother. There's no thinking to it. Listen, when we start doing this summer, when we start doing that, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Giants are going to be my 7th seed. This will be the year the Packers are not the 7th seed for the 3rd or 4th straight time. This will be the year, you guessed it, the motherfucking Green Bay Packers are winning the NFC North this year.
I love it.
I've also read somewhere, and Kyle, you tell me if this is true or if this is a lie by Instagram. I've heard in the Packers practice facility, they got a new banner with all the Super Bowl trophies with a blank one for the next one. And in the locker room, they have an empty case for the next Lambo or next Lombardi trophy. Like, I think the Packers are looking at it and they're saying, look, this team is fucking good enough to win now. Like, we got to stop playing because we got a lot of y'all on some really good contracts. We got to win now.
You got to win now.
You got to win now. So I'm looking at the draft right now, and I start thinking about players like, and we can use this as a transition into our fantasy chat. So we got Vegas at 1, Jets at 2, Cardinals at 3, Titans at 4, Giants at 5, Browns at 6, Commanders at 7, Saints at 8, Kansas City at 9, Bengals at 10. So if you start thinking about 8, 9, and 10, well, they all got running backs. Saints just signed Travis Etienne. Chiefs just signed Kenneth Walker, and Bengals got Chase Brown. 11, the Dolphins, they got Devon Achane. 12, Cowboys got Javonte. And you start going like because after 7, none of these teams really need running backs.
Yeah, I was like, who? I don't have the draft order up in front of me. Who would need a running back?
So then you start looking, even if you start looking at picks 1 through 7, Raiders, they don't need it. They got Genty. Jets, they're keeping Breece Hall, so they got one.
Yep.
Maybe Arizona at 3 because
James Conner.
James Conner. But so maybe that's one. But I don't know if I think they got bigger pressing issues, particularly on the defensive line and offensive line. So they might sign one of them. Tennessee, I mean, they got Tony Pollard and they got Tajay Spears. I don't even know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think they do it.
So
it makes sense for the Giants.
Would he though? Because Cam Scott was expected to be ready by week 1.
That's true.
And I believe they kept Devin Singletary, who they like. So
you're looking at Washington.
So then you're looking at Cleveland and Washington. Now, Cleveland, they just drafted 2 running backs last year, and Quinshon Judkins is expected to be ready by the season.
Yeah.
I want to let y'all know, no injuries are good. But in when it comes to like sports injuries, this is not a crazy take when I say a broken bone is always better than a torn ligament.
Every time.
Every time.
I don't think
like a broken bone will always be better than a torn ligament. Broken bone, cast that thing up, don't use it for a few months, then slowly get back to it. You're back out of here. When you tear a ligament, and I'm not just speaking as someone who has themselves, you essentially have to you're like starting from scratch. They go in there and they make a new ligament for you, and then you have to learn to relearn life with a new joint.
Yeah.
That's why like the Cam Scatterboo injuries and the Quinshon Judkins injuries completely different from Patrick Mahomes injury. Just want to throw that out there for the people. So getting to our fantasy chat, as people start thinking about who I think a lot of people say Jeremiah Love consensus 101 in a lot of fantasy drafts. I think 102 to about 104 or 5 is where it gets interesting because it really depends on your team's needs. So, an all money in league, start there. This past week, Danny, why don't you tell the people the deal you made? Mind you, let me set some context.
Yeah.
2 or so weeks ago, no more than a month ago, my man came in here very hyped about having Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts going into the Superflex League, and I was like, all right, listen, that's a formidable lineup. Now it's going to be funny 2 weeks out of the year when one of your starting quarterbacks is playing versus your team, and you gotta ride that one out. You gotta ride that one out.
You gotta hope that the Eagles win, but Jaden Daniels throws the 3
I know, right? Yeah, it's one of them. It's like one of them. Yeah. And I was like, all right, Danny. Like at that point, I was like, all right, I'm gonna be taking Fernando Mendoza at 104 because this guy doesn't need a QB. Mm-hmm. Last week, though, Danny, why don't you tell everyone that deal you made with Kyle?
Yeah, so Kyle, this was a very short conversation because Kyle came in with picks 103, 227 first-round picks, and pick 302 in this year's draft for Jaden Daniels and David Montgomery. And I said, can I have a couple of hours to think about it? He gave me the time, and I was like, yeah, I want to do this deal. So we did the deal. So now next year, so I hold picks 102, 103 this year, and then I have 4 first-round picks next year. Who's coming out next year, D?
Jeremiah Smith's coming out next year.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
Which is funny when we get into tanking in the max points for system. I want everyone to remember the name Jeremiah Smith because we're going to come back to this.
We are. But here's the thing,
because I want y'all to know. Listen, I understand when you see a prospect and then you see what school they go to, and then you see the rest of the receivers in the league from that school doing what they do, and you're hearing everybody say, this guy's way better than these niggas in the league right now. I get it. But I want to remind y'all.
Yeah.
Situations matter.
Absolutely.
Teams matter.
100%.
Like, we'll get back to that. So Danny makes this trade. Now, me as the commissioner who holds 104, boy, am I so glad I fucking woke up and said there will never be a consolation tournament in this fucking league again because, oh, boy. Whatever. Anyway, so I see this trade. First thing I do, I just start laughing. I said, yo, you kidding me? No, this was last week. That message I sent today earlier, that was what I was saying last week. I literally said to myself, so y'all just made my draft decision easy. Like, I really don't have to trade 104 because Carnell Tate or Fernando Mendoza
you said that
Malachi Leonard's going to be.
That was always going to be an option for you, though.
Nah, it was
always going to be on the table, so nothing changes for you.
Well, now I'm very positive that I'm going to have my choice between Malachi Lemon or Carnell Tate. My thought is, if Fernando Mendoza is sitting there at 104 for me, you have failed. I'm talking to 103. You have failed.
I have failed.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, because Jason's going to take Jeremiah Love. I was going to take Jeremiah Love. So you're at 4. You were always going to have some sort of combination of Tate, Malachi, and Fernando.
But you basically confirmed me. My real choice is between Tate and Malachi. Because I'm looking at the camera when I say this. Y'all, if he does not draft Fernando Mendoza 102 or 103, Fernando Mendoza will be available immediately after the draft. Fernando Mendoza will be available next.
And you gonna put him on trade block immediately?
Following the trade, yeah.
Well, I haven't made my decision yet on what I'm going to do with 2 and 3.
Yo.
They could be on the block for the right person.
They not.
So
yeah, listen.
I'm gonna draft Fernando.
I know you are. Yo, you know how I know? I don't want to break the fourth wall, Danny. Tell everybody what you messaged me right after you made that deal. Tell everybody what you messaged me right after you made that deal.
I said I have enough ammo to talk about Josh Allen.
Yeah, y'all, I'm talking. This was 5 minutes after the notification a trade has been completed came. He sent me a message in less than 5 minutes and said, yeah, I'm ready to talk Josh Allen. I sent him so many laughing emojis and said, yeah, he's retiring on my roster, you better go ahead and draft Fernando Mendoza.
And also, I sent Bam the same message. I'm like, so what you want for Lamar? And Bam, you should listen. D don't have to listen. The only way you're going to rebuild your team is through the draft, and the only way you're going to get something of value
is with Lamar. Nobody else, because nobody
That's
else. That's an interesting place to be. You need picks to rebuild, but your only tradable asset is your favorite player on your favorite team,
buddy.
So this is like a pride thing, or a do I want to lose money thing? Kyle, I mean not Kyle, Bam, brother, do what you want to do. So Kyle says Mendoza was never getting to you at 104. Kyle, I was actually unsure of that up until Danny made that trade because I was looking at teams. Jason didn't need. Well,
you had a chance.
Actually, maybe because when Kyle maybe had some of those first couple picks, I could have maybe seen him taking it, but him taking like Fernando Mendoza. But once he traded for Jaden Daniels, I started looking at teams. Jason's not taking a QB, and you just traded. You just traded Jaden Daniels. So now I'm looking at it as like
I still have two. I have Tyler Shuck and Daniel Jones. Yeah. So I don't need to take Fernando. I don't want to.
Yeah, go ahead and see. No, you know what? You're right. You do got Daniel Jones and Tyler Shuck. The fuck am I talking about?
Fuck Fernando Mendoza. I don't need him.
Fernando, I promise you, brother.
You ain't seeing 105?
You won't. Malachi, Carnell, Fernando. Y'all won't see 105 if I got to say something about it. You know what's even funnier? Yesterday, I was contemplating reaching out to your cousin and seeing if we could swap 104 and 105. And I literally said, I don't even need to do that. Whatever position I'm thinking about drafting, which is only two, is wide receiver and quarterback. 104, I can have my pick.
And you already know what I'm thinking about.
Because I was getting ready to send him like 104 and a couple of thirds to get 105 and Matthew Golden. And I was like, don't even need it. I got Matthew Golden in my other dynasty league.
You know what I covet. You know what I'm drafting. And it might be Tate because I love him.
Cool. Listen, you're asking me to pick between a USC first round wide receiver or an Ohio State first round wide receiver.
Can't lose.
I can't lose.
Unless it's Marvin Harrison.
You're literally asking me to pick between the Biletnikoff Award winner or a wide receiver that played at wide receiver U. I'm sitting here good. Not only is 104 not for sale, I'm not listening to any options.
I am on the other 103 and 102 for sale, but it got to be one, like wide receiver one, tight end one.
For all that, you could literally draft those positions.
Yeah, but it's a known commodity. Like if Akili was like, I'll give you CD Lamb. Like I know what CD Lamb is.
Well, that's 103 worthy. Like I do that deal.
Yeah, like if Akili was like, give me 103 for CD, let's talk. Or if the other Darius wanted to put Brock Bowers on the table for 103 or 102, well, let's have a conversation.
So here's my thing about these type of players. Those are the players that are so good that if you know they're really good, my G, why would I trade them?
Some people.
That is so anytime y'all ask me, so anytime someone comes to me about Josh Allen, that be my thought. Yo, you know he's really good, right? So when I but when I introduced Superflex to this league and y'all voted, and the very first thing, your cousin, I want to fucking thank your cousin. First thing he did, he joined the league and sent me an offer for Trevor Lawrence for Josh Allen. Get this dude the fuck off my team. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here, Trevor Lawrence. Oh, I bet you and then the very next season, Josh Allen goes and wins MVP. I know your cousin was sitting there like, motherfucker. Kyle, Jordan Tyson, another name we're going to come back to when we get to talking about tanking in the max points 4 system. That's another one I want to talk about, Jordan Tyson. But yeah, once I've had this vision of my team now for like 2 or 3 years. Like I knew once we signed up for Superflex, I have to keep a couple of really good QBs, but once Josh Allen basically fell into my lap, it's like, all right, now this guy right here is 30, 40 points. Yo, the last 2 years, well, last year I was very uncompetitive once Mike Evans and Malik Neighbors got hurt. Literally won my first 2 games, lost a lot of my next games. So obviously when these two come back healthy, they're good. We're going to add some good talent through the draft. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think I'm set up with my current team, with the picks that I have, for this team to be competitive and competitive fast, especially now that we shift over to the owners meeting. My plan worked. My plan worked. Yes. What is this plan you talk about, Commissioner? Well, last offseason, or 2 off seasons ago. Is that 2 off seasons ago?
2.
Whichever offseason we voted to go from, whatever offseason we voted to replace the IDPs with flexes.
2
off seasons ago. I'm gonna tell y'all. Soon as that owners meeting ended, I knew a lot of people were in trouble. Like, a lot of the league was in trouble, and I had to sit there and watch as the only two teams that this kind of didn't affect was, you guessed it, Akili and Greg's, because their teams are very deep, and we all saw how Greg nastily tanked for Bijan. Cool. So since then, I have watched as the top of the league and the bottom of the league, the gap has just continued to widen.
Yep.
Now, my goal as a commissioner, while I do own a team and I do want my team to win, I can make an argument that I do feel like my team is competitive enough. I cannot let the top of the league and the bottom of the league continue to just separate, especially at the rate that we are now with the constellation bracket and the way rosters are formatted. So when I started thinking about how I can make everybody competitive, and so people like Bam aren't just throwing $80 to lose $80 every year, we got to find a way to lessen the gap. And shout out to the rest of the league for also seeing my vision. The Commissioner's Cup, ho baby. In that, listen, Greg in that meeting, I watched the realization from Greg in that meeting, realized he cannot tank. He cannot tank. Because his first question was, well, how does this really change everything if it's ranked by max points 4? And I was like, what do you mean, buddy? So then we started explaining to him, and shout out to my boy Kyle, because he thought highest max points 4 gets 101, lowest max points 4 gets 104. And Kyle had to come in. Kyle came in there and was like, buddy, opposite. And that's when he was like, oh, yeah, I gotta try. Yes, I love it. I love that. I love that feeling when you can watch somebody and they realize, I gotta try.
Whatever Greg did to you, I don't know.
Actually, he's a great friend. I just hate sometimes his business in this league be so nasty. It's so nasty.
Whenever you can stick it, whatever rule change will stick it to Greg. You'll be like,
it's like he ever since I know he tanked for Bijan. I saw that shit.
He made it very open. He changed his name to tank for Bijan,
and then try to tell us he did that ethically. Okay, buddy. I watched that, and then I just see it now, especially the Commissioner's Cup, and then the vote to take it from 5 flexes to 3, huge. Here's an even bigger one. Do you know we only had 9 votes? One. Do you know Greg voted wrong? And that is the reason why we didn't need Darius's vote.
Really? Greg
voted for 3 flexes, no IDPs, but he didn't read. In the meeting, he said, if I would have looked as closely as I thought I would have chosen the one with the IDPs, because it was 3 votes to 5 votes to 1 vote.
Oh, okay.
So that would have made it 4-4-1, and we would have had to have Darius vote. Darius, I believe, was at a wedding too, by the way. That's why he did vote.
Okay.
But he kind of let it be known beforehand. He was down for 3 flexes. So I think ultimately we still would have ended up where we're at, but it would have been closer. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, 3 flexes, a super flex. Now we have the Commissioner's Cup. No one can really tank, and if you do, you're gonna have to do it in a way that is hilarious. Because this goes into my other point about tanking in a max points for Dynasty League setup. Because this is what's kind of happening. No, it's not kind of. This is what's happening in my other league. So, what 2 names did I tell you to remember when we come back to this?
Jordan Tyson was one.
Come on. 2027 wide receiver.
Oh, Jeremiah Smith.
All right. So, you're very right. So, in my 12-team Dynasty League, but side note, all the rule changes that I implement in All Money In, this other league had all these. So they've been my guinea pig in terms of things I can bring from that league to this league.
And you're the commissioner of this league too, correct?
Yes, this is my TNA league. So one of my homies that I brought into the league, he was looking at when he was looking at the roster for next year, he started thinking about like prospects for this year and next year. He got hornily fixated. Now I'm throwing hornily out there for exaggeration, but he got extremely hornily fixated on Jordan Tyson this year and Jeremiah Smith next year. And he also, I'm not even going to name the other wide receiver that he is very, very intrigued with this year, but but he's basically so. And in the NBA, when a team is starting to, when a team is tanking, they start doing the salary dump stuff.
Yep.
Right. They start taking on contracts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
He's essentially doing the fantasy version of this, only with players, because he's thinking about points. So basically what he's saying is, okay, I'm not in a position to win this year, even though, he's traded some decent players. He said, I'm not in a position to win this year, so I'm trying to win 2 years from now, right?
Right.
So he's basically like, what I need to do is essentially put myself in a position to draft Jeremiah Smith, Jordan Tyson, a few other guys. So he starts making trades. Here's the funny parts about these trades. When he's telling me about this setup, I tell him a few times, okay, I hear you, because essentially what you're saying is I'm going to get people off the team that I know have the opportunity to score a lot of points this season to open up my opportunities to have the least amount of max points for. In a way, I kind of understand that. I literally said to him, but what you're not anticipating is, what if the people you keep on your roster or the people you trade for turn the fuck up, but you don't win?
Right.
He was like, what you mean, man? You think they're going XYZ? You think XYZ going to do something? Brother, he's telling me. He's basically saying, I think XYZ players going to be good, but not good enough to XYZ. And I told him, you should not play with the football gods, and you should not play with the fantasy gods. So yesterday, he makes a trade. Basically, he said, oh, here was the other part of what he was doing. He was trading away picks.
I was about to say,
he was trading away picks. That's what also made this funny. So everyone was like, yeah, I don't understand this, because he started explaining it himself. And he started explaining his thought process himself. Because I already come in, I basically try to explain to everyone and basically like, yo, guys, let's cool off. Because everyone was in there like, yo, dog, what the fuck are you doing? Are you on the narcotic? So I'm in there like, yo, guys, you know what I mean? Everybody, not be chill. So he starts trying to explain it himself. Then people are like, okay, hear you. This would make sense if you weren't selling picks itself. Like you can't trade away Kenneth Walker and picks.
Yeah. That's you have to take on the pick. That's the point.
So yesterday he traded away Travis Kelce and like 3 picks for Isaac Tesla and like 1 or 2 picks. When I tell you that entire league, yo, dog, I got like 5 or 6 text messages of people like, yo, we gotta veto the trade. Like we gotta undo it, XYZ. And I'm sitting there like, we don't veto trades, like y'all. Because I was like, if we veto this trade, then we got to go back and start vetoing like a lot of trades. Yeah. Someone hit me and was like, yo, we should make a new rule where we like have to vote if we can veto trades. Like if 70% of the league 75% of the league doesn't like a trade. We have to agree to veto. I say no. We can't pick and choose because then it becomes a politics thing. Like if you don't like a trade, all you gotta do is go around convincing everyone else not to like the trade. Next thing you know, you got your votes. I don't like that. We either gotta have a for sure veto or you just gotta let shit ride. So that's what I had to have.
I like letting shit ride.
So as we go into the Commissioner's Cup, thinking about this max points for tanking. Here's the thing about max points for tanking. Good teams will see that, and a good GM, someone who went to the Howie Roseman School of GMing, I'm just going to take advantage of you. So some people were like, some of these trades might shift the power dynamics in the league. I don't really think so, because if one, the picks got to hit. Two, like dog. Like some of these, like, are you really thinking Travis Kelce in this year is going to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he might be a good player, but is he really going to, you know what I mean? The Kenneth Walker one, maybe. But
so on a side note, sorry, Bam said Puka's fumbling the bag, and then Greg puts him on the trade block. Guess what Puka just did? Allegedly.
No, he didn't. Yo, if it's woman related.
Yes, it is. A woman has accused Puka of biting.
God damn it, Puka! Damn it!
And made anti-Semitic comments.
Damn it, Puka Nacua! I just paid you. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh wow. There's a picture of the alleged bite mark. So he bit her and then said some anti-Semitic things. Puka, congratulations. You will not be resetting any market. So Bam said he did it in December.
Was it during that Aiden Ross thing?
I closed the article, but maybe. Yeah. So Achilles said, unless it's a new beat, you gotta let it ride. I agree. But yeah, that's what
honestly.
Because here's the thing about a bite mark, though. You know what I'm saying? How did the bite marks come to be?
Fuck. Yo, I just reset the market. Yo, I didn't reset the market with him, but I paid him in that RSO league. Fuck.
Well, luckily for you, the NFL doesn't care about women, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, he can keep him on the level.
It's going to be the anti-Semitic comments that get him in. It's not going to be biting that woman.
What you think they're going to play with his money? No, I'm saying he's not going to reset the market, but they also.
Oh, he going to get paid. He might get a little bit less than JSN. But he had the chance, man. He could have made $45 a year. But I'm going to kill him. Bite marks? What do you mean by that? He did go, hey, man. And we're going to talk about it during the basketball segment.
What?
About people who go to BYU.
Listen, that's all I'm going to say. Puka, I'm not someone who says you should be lying, but my brother, you better get out here and find a way to make this lying.
The bite marks aren't going to matter. It's the anti-Semitic comments. I don't think the bite marks matter because
hold on. They got a video of him saying it.
I don't know
because if it,
anybody
can make up a screenshot.
But here's the thing, though: the Aiden Ross stream, plus him saying it's enough for if there's smoke, there's fire. And he went to BYU. I'm trying to tell you about BYU.
Wait, explain that part.
BYU is liberty on crack. It's a Mormon school.
So what is that?
You have to take like an oath of celibacy at BYU.
All right, but what that got to do with anti-Semitism?
Oh, I was talking about the bite marks. I feel like they got more in. My theory about BYU, especially basketball, is those boys have a whole lot of pent-up energy that they got to take out somewhere because they can't have sex.
Yeah, that's what I feel like they be fucking now.
They shouldn't. If they get caught, they get expelled.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I come in here. I give y'all 30 and 10 a night. Expel me if you fucking want.
You think Jimmy Fredette was out here sowing seeds?
He went to BYU?
Yeah, Jimmy Fredette went to BYU.
Did he get caught fucking?
No, not that we know of.
I feel like there have been players at BYU that's been caught fucking, and they definitely kept that on the low.
Anywho,
listen, Puka. This is kind of crazy. Puka, the Rams ain't gonna release you, but boy, they gonna suspend you for a game or two.
Buddy,
They're gonna suspend you for a
you
game.
might have just kissed 20 million goodbye.
Mm.
That's crazy. Bam said, "Nah,
Damn, they so
look
okay.
at BYU. That's
Ooh,
crazy."
okay, let's shift over into March Madness. March Madness, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, this past weekend we had the rounds of 64 and 32 on the men and women.
Yeah.
We started looking at our 1 seed on the men's side. 3 out of the 4 1 seeds remains. Florida lost to Iowa, which was what an upset. All 4 2 seeds are in. Gonzaga lost to Texas as a 3 seed. So all 2 out of the 4 3 seeds are in because UVA lost to Tennessee. And then of the 4 seeds, Kansas was the only 4 seed not to make it. I believe they lost to
I got the bracket.
St. John's. It was St. John's. They lost on the buzzer to St. John's. So now Sweet 16 in the East. They weren't lying. This East bracket, crazy. You come out the East, you tough. Crazy. So they got Duke and St. John's. Yep. Michigan State versus UConn. This is the old guard for sure when it comes to coaches. Except
did you hear the stat about Duke has never won a national championship without beating St. John's? Like every time Duke has won a national championship, they have beaten St. John's on the way in the tournament.
I did not know that.
I learned that today. Fascinating.
I thought I read somewhere that Rick Pitino's only lost like 1 game in the Sweet 16. I was there right.
Unstoppable force and movable object.
Rick Pitino Sweet 16 record. Rick, you better buy these boys some hoes. You better buy these. Brother is 12. Listen, he 12-1. 12-1 in the Sweet 16. 12-1 average margin of victory, 19.8.
You better buy some hoes.
Matter of fact, when was the last time he lost in the Sweet 16?
He was at Louisville, right?
Guess the team.
Was it UConn?
Kentucky.
Didn't Kimba UConn team beat Louisville on the way to that national title run?
It was Kentucky. I'm going to look up the roster.
It was Kentucky. Was that John Wall's Kentucky?
Listen to these. Listen to some of these players. Tell me if you recognize some of these names I'm about to say. Marcus Lee, Devin Booker, Aaron Harrison, Tyler Ulis, Andrew Harrison, Karl Anthony Towns, Sam Malone, Willie Cauley-Stein, Todd Lanter, Alex Poitras, EJ Florio, Dominique Hawkins, Brian Long, Trey Lyles, Derek Willis, and Dakari Johnson.
That's when Cal was at the peak of his powers. You know the crazy thing about those Kentucky teams? Devin Booker was the 6th man. Devin Booker came off the bench.
Yo, Calipari was on the...
And he only won 1 national championship.
2. He's won
2. Anthony Davis.
And 96. Whoever he won in 96 with. That was probably with...
oh, no, I'm saying his time in Kentucky, he had all those rosters.
Oh, you're talking about Calipari?
Yeah, I'm talking about Cal. Yeah, Calipari.
I think he's got 2. Oh, no, he's got 1. He's got 1.
Yeah, he only won 1 at Kentucky, and he had all those rosters.
Oh, his 96 Final Four with UMass and his 08 Final Four with Memphis were vacated by the NCAA.
Yeah, because Cal was out here cheating, allegedly.
Cheat now?
I don't know.
How you cheating basketball, G? That'd be cheating in football, I can kind of understand. How you cheating basketball, brother?
How is you going to get someone to come to UMass?
Oh, well, cheating and paying people under the table is 2 different things.
Not knives and NCAA.
No, that's not cheating. Okay. Paying people is one thing. Paying people is one thing. That's okay.
He had all those rosters and only won
1. Duke versus St. John's gonna be really good because Duke is good. St. John's is like they're really athletic and they get after you defensively. Like someone's fouling out this game.
But think about Duke. You can't get off to another slow start. Like they've been fortunate. Now you can't start. Rick will have you in the Cobra clutch before you know it.
And then Michigan State versus UConn. I mean, I just feel like Dan Hurley and Tom Izzo gonna be on the sidelines. Just
Darren Hurley might cuss that man out.
nah, he cool. He's just passionate. Honestly, I feel like
I'm not against it.
I feel like those type of coaches like Cal, Dan Hurley, Tom Izzo, Mick Cronin, them like old school coaches like that, they get on you. But I bet you, here's my thing. How many people come out and talk trash about Cal?
Not many. The players? No, players love him.
Cal was on the Pat McAfee show this morning. And he was basically running off like, yo, when I go to people like these kids, when Cal came to Arkansas, one of the first things he said was like, yo, I'm trying to change the lives of like 30 families every year. You see where his mindset is? And then he come back and he back it off with facts. Yo, we had X amount of, like me and my coach staff, we have X amount of players that scored 40 in the NBA, X amount of players that scored 50. Now he got a player that has the second most points ever in a game because Bam played at Kentucky. Like you start thinking about contracts, like total number of guys that played for him. It's like over 1 billion. Well over 1 billion.
I mean, come on, John Wall.
MVPs. You start talking about MVPs, All-Stars, All-NBA, and you just going to high schools and families and telling people, you come play for me? Look at my body of work.
Give me 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, give me 1 to 2, maybe 3 years if we really need it, and look at my body of work. Basically, if you do what I'm asking you to do and play to your potential, you can fit somewhere in here, whether you're up here at the top like SGA, or maybe you're just a really good.
I forgot about SGA played at Kentucky. See, get you whenever in doubt, go get you a Kentucky guard. Like on the women,
or on Arkansas, just go get you a Calipari guard. Go get you a Calipari. Tyrese Maxey's another one. I'm telling you, start thinking it's like, nah, this guy,
nah, that guy.
Jamal Murray, another one.
Another one. Come on, man.
In the West, Arizona versus Arkansas, Darius Acuff Jr. Boy, you about to make you some
Stand
money.
by Iverson. We say less.
And he just got signed by Reebok. That's
yep.
tough. Arizona's a tough team, though. So this will be a good matchup. Texas, man, they're tough. Listen, Seth Greenberg, go Hokies. He came on Sports Center talking to SVP, and he said, yo, I think if Texas wins their first 4 in-game, I think they can beat some teams because they're way better than their seed gives them credit for. They just played in the SEC. Lo and behold, look at these boys. And they got the right draw because they played, you guessed it, Gonzaga.
What?
You got it.
What? How many hours
every year? This your thing, year in and year out. If you betting on Gonzaga in this tournament, you crazy.
You crazy. How many times they got to piss on themselves?
Real quickly, South Iowa versus Nebraska. All right, this is what's funny. Remember a few months ago during rivalry week, this is the game we picked, and we were like, Iowa and Nebraska. For the folks who don't know, Iowa and Nebraska football, they don't like each other. This is big. Yo, dog, I get on immediately after this game was like settled, and they were like, yeah, it's going to be Iowa and Nebraska in the Sweet 16. I get on social media, Instagram or whatever. First thing I see at one of them sports pages just showing a tweet of some Iowa folks already talking shit to Nebraska. I can tell you right now, this game is in the South. It's in the South region, but Midwesterners in Iowa and Nebraska this week are talking mad heavy shit. And what's even funnier, I think one of these teams hasn't been to the Sweet 16 since like ever, and the other one hasn't been to the Sweet 16 since like 1999. Somebody is going home talking a lot of shit. Yeah. And feeling proud of themselves. On the other side of the South, you got Illinois versus Houston. I think that'll be a good matchup. Yeah. And then the Midwest, Michigan, which looks like it can win. Michigan looks like might be the best team in the nation. Versus Alabama. Alabama, they live and die by the 3. So if they can shoot it,
they'll be fine. But if not,
yeah. And then Tennessee, they gave the Cavaliers a good game. That was a really good game.
That was a good game.
Taking on the Iowa State team that demolished the team they played in the round of 32 without their best player. I don't know, man.
And then they throttled Kentucky.
Yeah, Iowa State did.
Yeah, Iowa State throttled Kentucky.
That's what I'm talking about. They throttled Kentucky without their best player. So I just want to let y'all know. Whew, yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm going to stick by my brackets. It's funny. The 2 brackets that I made for free, like this one and then the one I put in the first take bracket, well over 90%. The two brackets with some money on the line, not so much.
Yep.
Okay, it'd be like that sometimes. On the women's side, as you can imagine, if you've ever watched the women's college basketball tournament, all 4 number 1 seeds, they got in with ease.
Yep.
With ease. South Carolina, that's all I'm gonna say. USC not gonna forget that shit y'all did, and next year they're gonna have Juju back. They gonna want to see y'all again for that shit.
They should,
because y'all, Don, you just can't be beating up on these other programs like this.
Don't say why not.
Yeah, I know, right? The only 2 seed to lose was Iowa
to UVA.
UVA.
Great game yesterday. Double
It was
overtime.
a great game. The only 3 seeds that lost was Ohio State, and the only 4 seed that lost was West Virginia, which sets the stage for the Sweet 16 on the women's side. So we got the 1 seed UConn, heavy favorite, versus UNC. 6 on the other side of that same region, the 6 seed Notre Dame versus the 2 seed Vandy. Region 2, 1 seed UCLA versus the 4 seed Minnesota. I think this is going to be an ass kicking again.
Yeah.
And then the number 3 seed Duke versus the number 2 seed on the other side of that region. The Texas region, they got the number 1 seeded Texas Longhorns versus the number 5 seed Kentucky Wildcats. Other side of that same region, number 3 Louisville Cardinals versus the number 2 Michigan Lake Wolverines. Then the South Carolina region, you got South Carolina versus number 4 Oklahoma. Then number 3 TCU versus, you guessed it, the only double-digit seed in the women's tournament left, the UVA Lady Cavaliers. Funny enough, when I came back from San Francisco about a month ago, I ran into a UVA women's basketball player and I was giving her like Virginia Tech Go Hokie stuff. They were on their way to go play Stanford. They were either on their way or coming back from playing Stanford. And I asked the young lady, do you think you guys I was like, how are you guys living? You think you're a tournament team? She said, yeah, I think we have a good chance in our tournament. And she was like, I think we should be in to make the NCAA tournament, and if we make the NCAA tournament, I think we can make some noise.
And they have.
Yeah, they are in the Sweet 16. So, thoughts on both of these brackets? I know we already submitted our brackets, but do you have a sleeper pick so far on both sides that you think could make a noise now that you see the field?
Women's side, definitely UVA. TCU
Right.
has Han Hidalgo. Han Hidalgo will be a top 5 draft pick. I would love to see how UVA tries to contain her. She might be the best.
Han Hidalgo plays for TCU. I thought she plays for Notre Dame.
She does. I always get Hannah and Olivia Miles mixed.
Olivia Miles like that?
Because they both look the same. Yeah. Hannah plays it.
So you like
Dame.
UVA to be a.
I'm saying UVA is a sleeper, but like I said, Olivia Miles.
Let's say sleeper to make the Final Four. Sleeper to make the Final Four. Because
Final
I'll be
Four.
honest with you, on the women's side, if you're a bet man, I say just take all 4 number 1 seeds, send them on to the Final Four, and then.
Correct.
But I'm trying to have a little fun here.
Seeds are on the women's side. They are so dominant. Like Lauren Betts at UCLA. Did you watch it today? Like who got something for Lauren Betts? Who got something for AZ Fudd?
Okay, I don't want.
You know what I'm saying? Who got something for Raven
statement.
Johnson?
This is not sexist. My next statement. Here's what I'm gonna say. In men's basketball, when there is a freak of nature athletically, like they just get physical with him. Like you remember how folks used to guard like Shaq, and how eventually folks are about to start having to guard Wemby, how folks guarded LeBron. Like you just kind of gotta have to stop it.
It got to be borderline dirty.
Yeah. On the women's side, they don't do that. Not to the extent of the men. Like they make it physical, but God, pick your words.
Yeah,
pick your words. Because they do get physical. I don't want to say the women don't get physical, but I'll put it like this. Getting overpowered on the women's game versus getting overpowered on the men's game, it just looks different. That's what I'm trying to say. That is actually what I'm trying to say. When there's like an Audie Crooks or a Lauren Betts on the women's side, you quickly will understand they don't have anybody. Body type wise,
you can't get a rebound.
Like body type wise, we don't even have someone that can contain. Like we're in trouble here.
We don't have anyone to go against someone who's 6'7". I don't know what to do, dog.
Or not even 6'7". Like this girl's like maybe like 6'4", 6'5", but she's like a big, heavy set person. Like if you were to look at this woman outside, you would think she play volleyball or softball, but she play basketball. And I ain't got nothing for her. And I ain't got nothing for her.
What she had today? She had 35, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. What are you gonna do with that, dog?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with that?
Yeah. So in a realistic world, I am taking all 4 number 1 seeds. But if I had a sleeper pick, which I do, based off the teams right now, I'll give you 2 teams sleeper picks on the women's side that I think can make the Final Four. Duke is one.
Yeah.
Michigan is the other.
I'd say LSU.
That would be my third choice, but yes, I like LSU too.
I think
they got a
really good team for me. Is LSU.
Yeah. But what's funny is like I don't even want to look into LSU's record against any of the 4 seeds, but I don't think it's all that good. I don't think they've beaten South Carolina this year.
No, they haven't beaten South Carolina since Kim Mulkey got there, I believe. I think Kim Mulkey has lost to South Carolina every time she's played them since being at LSU.
Which is unfortunate because I don't think Kim's a bad coach. I
don't think she's either. She just ain't got shit for Dawn.
Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't say Dawn's a better coach. She puts together better teams.
Yeah. So. Like who got something for Raven Johnson? Nobody. She SEC Defensive Player of the Year. You ain't got nothing for her.
Yeah. If I was Kim, I would really. My goal would be to get over to shift this balance of power between LSU and South Carolina. But I would have like a 2-year plan. Like we have to. I would be like we have to out recruit and outspend this particular program over the next couple of years because by this year we should be able to flip this rivalry on its head or this thing's gonna.
Well, she said that after that. I think when is the last time they lost to South Carolina? And she was like, it took Dawn almost a decade to turn South Carolina into a juggernaut. She's like, this just doesn't happen. And she talked about her time at Baylor. She's like, it took me a long time to turn Baylor into a juggernaut. Like this just doesn't happen overnight.
How long did it take her for real? Like how long was she there?
Baylor. I mean, she was at Baylor 15 years, wasn't she?
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
And my other thing is, why people be hating on this woman? Like,
because she dressed crazy.
Yeah, well,
and she looked over the top. Yeah, she was at Baylor for 21 years.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand that. Yo, by the way,
from 2000 to 2021.
I want everyone to. Okay, yo, I want everyone to know she was born in California, but she spent her childhood in Louisiana. So much about how this woman dressed makes sense now. So much about.
So, and the thing about Kim, remember during the pandemic, I think she was like, no, what happened at Baylor? Was it what's that lineman, that D lineman on the football team or whatever? Remember when the Baylor's men's football team under Art Briles was wilding, like they were sexually assaulting women and all that jazz?
Mm-hmm.
Kim Mulkey was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You can send your daughters to LSU. It'll be fine. Do you remember that?
Hold on.
Do you remember? Like, and she said it like at a pep rally.
This was Baylor.
Yeah, this was her time in Baylor. And I remember this is when the men's football team,
okay.
like, all getting in trouble under Art Briles.
This was 2017.
And she was like, what's the big deal?
She said, if somebody around you and they ever say, I will not send my daughter to Baylor, you knock them right in the face.
Yeah, there it is.
Don't worry. I got us.
Okay.
I got us.
There we go. We had to check real quick.
If somebody around you and they ever say, I will never send my daughter to Baylor, you knock them right in the face.
She was dead ass.
These kids are learning. Because I work here, my daughter went to school here, and it's the damn best school in America.
I'm tired of people talking on it on a national scale that don't know what they're talking about. If they didn't sit in those meetings and they weren't a part of the investigation, you're repeating things that you've heard. It's over. It's done. And this is a great institution, and I would send my daughter here, and I'd pay for anybody else's daughter to come here. I work here every day. I'm in the know. And I'm tired of hearing it. This is a great institution.
Okay. God damn it. I hate. All right. Management. I might be y'all's biggest. I don't think she's wrong. Okay. You can't say knock them in the face. Yes. That might be like, yeah, knock them in the face. But I'm listening to like the message of what she's saying. Yes, in the context, yes, it's a little insensitive, but I get what she's trying to say. She's basically saying, I don't think she was excusing the behavior at the time. Like I think I mean, she's a woman. I think she would be against like sexual assault and stuff like that. I think what she's also saying is, yo, guys, like this is still Baylor. Like it's still a great school. I take pride in being here, stuff like that. Actually the example I want to use is different, and I think it might be insensitive if I said it.
Okay.
Because of the school I went to, and what happened. So I'm not going to use that as an example. Give me another college that had some shit happen to it.
You had University of Miami, the whole.
Yeah. Actually, let's talk about Rick Pitino.
Yes.
And when he was paying the prostitutes, stuff like that, or whatever. Or was that Will Wade? Whatever.
No. Rick Pitino had a brothel in a dorm, and then you're thinking about Hugh Freeze calling on the cell phone.
That's what I was thinking.
He was
let's talk about Rick Pitino. So let's just say you went to Louisville. Family, your whole family went to Louisville. Like your peoples love Louisville. You've been a staple, like in and out the Louisville community, and you know this is like a really, really great institution. Same way UVA is a really good institution, right? We'll use that one as a better one. UVA is a really good school, right?
Yep.
You would send your cousins, sons, daughters, whatever to UVA because you would say this is a really good school and it can set you up, right?
Yep.
Now, what if everybody came out and started saying, "Yo, fuck UVA. They let some hooded motherfuckers with torches walk through their campus and they ain't take none of them out. So I ain't sending my son there, my little black boys there. And if you send your black boys there, you hate black people too." So let's just say Tony Elliott comes out. Let's just say if he was hired at that time.
Yep.
Tony Elliott comes out and says, "Hey, after this past football season, let's just imagine this happens. After this past football season,
yep.
Tony Elliott comes out and says, hey, listen, I've been in these meetings here on campus. Like, I know what's going on. I know this community. I know the people that live here. That's not that like what y'all are just saying is everything y'all just repeating online. I know what the community of UVA is like. So if someone around you said they wouldn't send their little black boy to to UVA because of XYZ, knock that out. Knock him out. What would you come back and say? Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should knock somebody out for not wanting to come to UVA, but I see what he's saying. Different fruit, same basket.
I would say both are right. If you wouldn't want to send your black child to UVA because they let them men march around grounds with no punishment, I wouldn't judge you for it.
You just wouldn't agree, right?
Yeah, I would.
And that's what I think. That's what Kim Mulkey was
the
saying.
Spirit of what she's saying.
Just a terrible knock him in the face. But that's that Southerner. That's
the Louisiana.
Yeah, that's that Southerner.
Because she played at Louisiana State, right? She went to the Final Four. That's her claim to fame. She went.
I want to come back. We definitely put respect on this woman's name. She Okay. So she led her high school team to 4 straight state championships. She was a Pan American gold medalist
Yep.
in 83, Olympic gold medalist in 84, first coach in NCAA basketball history to win national championships as a player, assistant coach, and head coach since the inception of the women's tournament in 82. Y'all, now this one is fucking crazy. I promise you, I might never disrespect this woman ever again. Since the inception of the NCAA tournament in 82, Mulkey has participated as a player or coach every year since 85. Every year except 85 and 2003. Just want to
And she took Louisiana Tech. That's who it was. She played for Louisiana Tech.
So every year she's participated in this tournament as a player or a coach except 1985 and 2003. The women's tournament started in 1982.
That's impressive.
She won NCAA championships in 05, 12, and 19 with Baylor, and 2023 in LSU. Whew.
No, remember she had the undefeated season in Baylor. Yeah, in 11 and 12. 2011, she went 40-0 with Baylor.
That the Brittany Griner years?
Nah, Brittany Griner's after that. Because that's two. Yeah, Brittany Griner's still in WNBA. So Brittany Griner, I want to say, was late. Yeah, though. Are you on the Wikipedia?
I do remember now. Okay.
Yeah, 18-19, I believe, is Brittany Griner. That 18-19 team, they won 37-1.
Nah, Brittany Griner in 2013 told ESPN that Mulkey advised student athletes to stay quiet about their sexual orientation.
Oh,
as being openly gay could hurt the reputation of the program at a religious school and inhibit recruiting efforts. Okay.
Kim has had her fair share of remarks. She went to Louisiana Tech. Damn, Brittany Griner that old?
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so honestly, it just sounds like, okay, I'm reading this. It honestly sounds like Kim Mulkey rocked with Brittany Griner. She liked everything about Brittany Griner except the fact that Brittany Griner was gay.
Which is a big part of Brittany's identity. Yeah, I think Brittany
because Brittany Griner was also like, yeah, nah, I like respect and love her as a coach and how she, defended me from bullying, but I ain't like how she told me basically not to be gay and to cover my tattoos. It's like, all right, whatever. On the men's side, we didn't cover it.
I think in Russia, Kim really didn't say much about her.
He didn't comment.
Like Kim didn't show much. Yeah, she didn't talk about it when she was detained in Russia either.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, Kim, you've been at my respect. Just earned it here. All right, girl. On the men's side, real quickly, sleepers to make the Final Four. I don't know if these are sleepers because here's what's different between the men's and women's team. All these teams. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Here's my thought on the men's tournament. All 16 of these teams, you can make an argument can win a national championship. Not so much on the women's side.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm gonna say sleeper to make the Final Four, but like UConn just won a national championship 2 years ago. So I'm not even going. I'll go with teams. All right, here we go. Sleeper teams I think can make the Final Four. Arkansas, Illinois, Iowa State.
Yeah, I was going to say Arkansas. All Cal needs is a guard, and he got a guard.
Also, for all you SEC folks, brother, y'all are making me, as I'm an ACC folk, I'm an ACCer, but y'all are making me just lower my SEC flag lower and lower with every sport. Every sport. Once you bring NIL in and these Big Ten teams and alumni who come from like mad business schools and they got mad money and live in like New York City and San Francisco and Chicago, you give them the opportunity to start spending money to help their sports programs look good. Now all of a sudden, Big Ten, they dominating both college football and basketball. But I would say yesterday, Coach K was on the Pat McAfee show, and they were, because they're Big Ten people, and they were talking to Coach Cal Coach K like, yo, the Big Ten, we might be running football and basketball. Coach K was like, the Big Ten hasn't won a championship in basketball since in like 20-something years. Hold on. Let's go look it up. Last Big Ten NCAA national championship. 26 years. He's not
That's
lying.
crazy.
Guess who that last team was?
And what? Who was it?
Michigan State, 2000. Tom Izzo.
Oh yeah, Izzo. Was that well, Draymond Green never won one. Who was on that right there? Roster?
Let's see. God damn, they are right. They have not been in there since. Yep. It was 89-76. I don't want to watch the full game, but man, I forgot. 2000. It says Udonis. No way, that was not Udonis Haslam. No way. 1999, 2000, Michigan State's roster. Let's look for some. Matt Ishbia, Jason
The
Richardson.
owner of the Suns?
Maybe.
That's crazy.
Wait. How did you know that? That was him. Jason Richardson was on that team.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. Quickly run through the NBA. Get a few congratulations out the way. Congrats, Markelle Fultz, 10-day contract with the Raptors. Congrats,
man.
KD, passing MJ on the scoring list. Michael, boy, you lucky that Jumpman logo. You lucky that Jumpman logo took off.
And that you talking shit to Mike.
Like you lucky that Jumpman logo took off. Because you falling lower and lower in these rankings. I mean, in these stats to some kills. But it's okay. Shout out to LeBron for setting the record for most NBA games played. Boy, if that don't make you feel old as hell, LeBron. It's all good. And prayers up to Cade Cunningham. Collapsed lung after 61 or 62 games played. You kidding me? You fucking kidding me? Yeah, NBA. That rule change will be done for this season.
Yes, and it should be.
Because I'm gonna tell you, someone's gonna win MVP that everyone's gonna be like, this bubble ass MVP award.
I don't know. Did you hear Wemby? Wemby said he should be at the top of the MVP conversation.
Brother, but honestly, he's about to be. Just off of we don't have anyone else. Now, you know who else should be in this MVP conversation with Wemby?
Who's that?
You know him well. You know him well.
Big Luke?
Big Luka Doncic. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start this off by saying, Late Show. Next thing I'm going to say, Nico Harrison, we just want to thank you again for your contributions to the Lakers organization, brother. We thank you every motherfucking day. You saw an all-NBA generational walking NBA bucket, and you said, this guy just takes way too many beers for my liking. He drinks way too many beers for my liking. We ain't winning the championship with him. Then you let him move to LA. Sunny LA. Yeah, he was a little big. But then you know what happened? You put him in a situation where this nigga could lose his kids. Let's lose the opportunity to see his kids every day. And you know what happened?
What it was?
He did lose that. And you know what he did? I know y'all done seen the pictures of. Hold on.
Go ahead and pull it up.
Hold on. I know y'all didn't see it. Hold on. I know y'all didn't see it. I know y'all didn't see it. Hold on. As soon as I can pull up that. Right. Come on. Come on, brothers. You kidding me? Hold on. Oh, you kidding?
He already lost kids.
Here we go. Right here. Right here. Come on. Come on, bro. Nico. Y'all took this man's kids. Look at what he doing. Look at what he doing when you take his kids and you send him from Dallas to Los Angeles and you tell him you got LeBron on one side, you got Austin Reeves on the other, you got DeAndre Ayton. Cook. Look at, are you kidding me? This is when I was like, all right, Daddy, come on, brother. Come on, bro.
I'll say
Come
this.
on. Come on.
I am really looking forward to, like, it's been a year Coop is going to win Rookie of the Year. I can't wait to watch
Well,
Luka in the
or
playoffs.
Kanan, or Khan. One of the two.
Nah, it's gonna be Coop.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Like
with you.
I know
I just-
Kanan. I know we got to talk about Knuckle to make it interesting, but
Yo, he's about to break Steph. Yo, he's about to lead the NBA in made threes and break Steph Curry's rookie record for threes made in the season. You have a very strong, and the Hornets are likely going to make the play-in tournament. That dude has a very strong case for rookie of the year.
Cooper Flag scored 32 last night.
Okay, brother, do you hear what I said? Someone's about to lead the Someone's about to lead the NBA in 3 points made. Not lead all rookies, lead the NBA in 3-pointers made as a rookie. That's tough. It's tough. Now, granted, Steph Curry's been hurt, but that's tough.
I need something
I'm
to
just
believe.
in I'm just in disbelief. What were you saying? Now you said Coop gonna win Rookie of the Year, but what?
I said Kubo winning of the year, Rookie of the Year. I need some.
Thank you. Thank you, Nico. I just
Yeah.
listen.
I'm still waiting for his name to pop up in them FBI gambling files.
I just know at this point, actually, not even because this is out of bias and this is my favorite team. I really think Luka got a real case for saying he's MVP, leading the league in
does.
scoring.
does every
Lakers
year.
are a top, huh?
Luka has not. Every year Luka plays more than 65 games, he's in the MVP conversation.
I agree. I mean, yo,
He's Luka.
dog. I mean, okay. When we traded him, we traded for him, and you spent them maybe like 2-3 months not even wanting to talk basketball.
Yep.
I thought you were being dramatic.
No.
I understand it now.
The joy he plays with, man, it's unbelievable.
It makes
Like
you honestly, Luka coming to the team has made me enjoy watching Laker basketball so much. And I'm just looking at it like, yo, dog, respectfully speaking, and I mean this with so much respect because we are talking about the all-time leader in points and maybe the greatest player ever. But when we get 50 million off our books in a few years, what they're about to surround these two white boys with, Walker Kessler next year, I really think is going to be a Laker. The Lakers really like Walker Kessler. He's young. I don't know, man. My thing is, what would keep Luka from what cases could you have for Luka not making or not being the MVP? JJ Redick said he just complains to the refs too much, which he do be doing.
Which he do.
But
that's gonna really piss you off in the playoffs because there's gonna be a game. There's gonna be a couple possessions. The other team's gonna get an easy bucket because he arguing with the refs. But then there'll be a game when he scores 40 in 3 quarters, and you're like, "Oh yeah, okay.
All right, yeah, I complain to the refs too. Matter of fact, get it right, ref." Nah, because here's the thing: he either does that, like he'll either have like a couple possessions, like either like he'll do the complaining thing, or he'll like complain about a call. Other team will go get a bucket real fast, likely in transition. Yep. He'll get the ball back. Now he mad. Now he going to that left side of the court. Deep, step, big. And now it's like, all right, well, yeah. Even like it's even funnier when like the announcers do the same thing. They be like, oh, there goes Luka complaining to the refs. Yeah, easy bucket village. They come back, get right back to Luka. Luka Doncic hesitates, dribbles, step back 3. Got it. I'm like,
Mama, they know that man.
And then the other commentator's like, well, yeah, if you're going to do that, then yeah, you should probably go ahead and complain to the refs. Like, yeah. There have been games where I've been watching the Lakers and the other 4 players wearing purple and gold, a little sluggish to start. You've probably seen this in Dallas. The other 4 players in the court, a little sluggish to start. Then you start looking at box scores. We're like halfway through the first. Luka has 12 shots already, 13 points. I was like, oh yeah, we cooking, baby.
No, it's 12 shots off it's 12 points off like 4 shots.
Yeah, 12 points off.
He's cooking. Like I can't wait until they'd face Denver round 2, right? It's currently constructed.
It honestly depends on because the Lakers now have the tiebreaker over Houston, over Minnesota, and over Denver. which was
Okay.
it goes untalked about in this 9-game winning streak. By the way, that was the Lakers' longest winning streak since like the bubble, around the bubble time. By the way, but it kind of goes.
Yeah,
so
right
they
now-
have the tiebreaker. So they have the tiebreaker over all these teams, which kind of goes untalked about because everyone's like the Lakers won X amount of games in a row. But before that, when everyone's like the Lakers up and down, everyone's like, well, we know they can't beat San Antonio and OKC. Can they even beat the other teams? Yeah, we fucking can.
Yeah.
We got
So right now they
77.
have Houston. They beat Houston in 5. Who do they get after that?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because
I
it's
want
3-6.
Minnesota. I want
That's
Minnesota.
what I was like. I kind of want to see Minnesota.
I would want to see Minnesota because 1, we lost to them last year. 2, they're not as good of a defensive team as they were last year.
In 3,
Or-
Luka hates Rudy Gobert.
That too. And shout out to the NBA for rescinding Luka's 16th technical. Boy, you did us a big favor. Big favor.
Yeah, don't worry.
Even though we still lost the game. We still lost that game by 2 or 3, by the way. Oh, and by the way, Luka, we're not gonna talk about it. Probably we'll talk about this if they make it like a deep playoff run. But for the arguably one of the 2 greatest players of all time to come into the season, basically have sciatica to basically sit out and basically see, okay, if y'all really think the team would be this good without me, let's just see y'all play these games without me. And then they kind of start winning games. Shout out to my man Bron for just probably meeting with the coaching staff, looking at the team and saying, he's the one. Like 77 he's the one. This dude's a killer. Like dude's a killer. And then like 15, Austin Reeves, like, yeah, he's a really good player too. So
He's him.
what's wrong? I feel like if I'm LeBron, it's like, what's wrong with being the third option here? Like, if I don't have to do it and they can do it and I can be the third option and play off them, well, nobody's third option in the league is better than me.
It's a recipe.
It's a recipe. Them boys got a chance. That's all I'm saying. Now, what I'm hoping in my perfect world, Lakers 3, Minnesota 6.
So you want
Denver
them off the rip.
Yes, because what I want, it's all about matchups. I think we can match up well with Minnesota. You make Denver and Houston have to take each other out, and then you make the winner of that, which I think would be Denver. You make the winner of that play OKC. You go play San Antonio and hope experience can beat these boys because athleticism, they're going to win that battle. We just got to win this with experience. Then you get to the Western Conference Finals. If I'm the Lakers, this ain't cheap. I mean, this ain't punk. I'm basically trying to get into a position where I'm putting the Nuggets on a fast track to have to play OKC because they're the only team that really gives them consistent fits outside of San Antonio.
Yeah, because you ain't got nothing for Joker.
Nothing. They don't have anything for Joker. So
the answer ain't Rudy.
that'd be my hope. But we'll see. We will see. Danny, talk to us about the new WNBA CBA.
Yeah, so shortly after we logged off last week, I believe the next day, the league agreed to CBA. We're not going to go into the weeds about it, but I did have an overview. Where did it go? I just had it. Yeah, so the big one is that the salary cap is going to jump. It jumps to $7 million. There are now supermax contracts, which would be $1.4 million. The Aces have already told AD is going to get that supermax contract as soon as they can. So she'll be the first WNBA player to make over $1 million a year, or even close to that. Revenue sharing is at 20%. I believe that is up from 12%. I want to say, maybe even lower. The deal runs to 2032. I believe there is an opt-out in 2031. The summer before, I want to say, so you can opt out after 5 years. A couple years ago, the WNBA started chartering planes, but it's been codified now. It's fully mandated for all teams to have charter air travel in first-class accommodations. Rosters are going to increase 2 spots for developmental players, and the seasons are going to get longer. It's going to go from 44 games to 50 games, and by 2029, we're going to have 52 games.
Wait, so next season they start 50 games? Like this season coming up? This season's coming to
season's
like 50.
44, and then the next season's 50, and then by 2029 it's going to be 52. There is a pregnancy clause, and they'll probably call it the Derrick Hamby clause, that pregnant women cannot be traded unless they have the player's consent. I know some former players get some cash as a thank you. The 401k has been expanded. And that's the gist of it. Free agency starts shortly. 80% of the league are free agents. And teams are going to report to training camp, I want to say April the 19th. So in the next 3 weeks, you're going to have WNBA free agency. You're going to have the draft. And then you're going to have teams report to camp. It is going to be fast and furious. I'm excited to see what happens free agency-wise. Like I said, all the big stars are free agents. Everyone's deal was set to expire now, and that was strategic by the players so that they can cash in. So pretty much every big name player you can think of is a free agent. I think except is Nafisa Collier free agent? I don't think she is.
So wait, everybody's a free agent now?
80% of the league is a free agent. So
why is that? Because of the expansion?
No, because a lot of the players. No, is Fee a free agent? Yeah, Free is.
Or did a lot of people have their deal ending after this past season
Correct.
so they could be free agents?
Correct, because they anticipated the jump in money. So like Sabrina's a free agent, John Quell's a free agent, Asia's a free agent.
All right.
Anyone who's not a rookie or like
All right.
it just in the league is a free agent.
All right, let me ask you something. Caitlin Clark's not a free agent. Ava Reese is
No,
a free
she's
agent.
not. Oh yeah, and rookie salaries expand, and there are also clauses for star rookies to get paid faster, like rookie extensions, so they can get more money. It's like Caitlin and Paige will be up for like massive rookie extensions soon.
Angel too?
Angel too. Yeah, like that whole crop the past 2 years.
Okay. Okay. Now, again, I'm trying to watch my words because I don't want this comment to come off sexist. Now, you've seen professional sports teams get cheap with men.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, listen. One thing. What Biggie say? What come with more money?
No problem.
All right. So y'all's previous problem was y'all wasn't getting paid. Y'all wasn't making the. Y'all wasn't able to make the money that you think you should be making. Right. Now they have opened the door for y'all to make more money. What do you think the new problem is going to be? How much of the money that you get?
Yeah.
Yo, all these free agents, I feel like we about to some of these.
But don't forget, you got 2 new teams, and then you have another. Like you have 2 more. So you have Toronto, Portland, Philadelphia's on the way, and I know I'm missing another new team that's on the way. Because Philadelphia is like 3 years from now. Toronto, Portland are this year. So you have more teams in theory, which is more money, more roster spots. So yeah,
Cleveland, Detroit, Detroit.
Cleveland, Detroit.
So this year, last year it was Golden State, and then this year it's the Fire and the Toronto Tempo. Next in 2028 it'll be Cleveland. 2029 it will be Detroit, and then 2030 will be Philly.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be shocked if the money dries up, and then you have some of the like signed 1-year deals with the hope of hitting free agency next year for expansion teams.
I'm excited for some of the because listen, the ladies, I feel like
they messy. You can say the women be messy.
They do, and
they messy.
When they got their money, so now it's come the negotiation part of it. Yo, all right, so like your star is getting paid. Like if here's the funny part. There's going to be at least 1 to 2 stars who don't get paid or don't get the money that they think they should get. Yes. And that's what I'm ready for, because then the whole discourse, the discourse changes. Then you're going to find out like everyone was all rah for money. And then once people start getting money, it's like, if he making how much? She making how much? And she do what? Nah. All I'm going to say is, I'm here
like
for
especially like I'm interested like at what like Arike is going to make. Sabrina, like I think Sabrina is going to be I don't think Sabrina can be your one option, but she's definitely a grade 2, like that player. Like, because Asia's
Mhm.
gonna get paid, Plum's
Yeah.
gonna get paid,
With Stewie.
Stewie's gonna get paid, Fee's gonna
Yeah.
get paid. Like,
So,
they
like-
gonna get paid.
So yeah, like so in the NBA, we're talking about like LeBron's, KD. Them they good. They always
They
gonna
gonna
make
get
their
paid.
money. So,
Yeah.
so the WNBA is like when like Asia was just probably sitting somewhere. She probably let whoever who was what's Arike.
Yeah, they
was
let
her name?
Chelsea and Jackie eat. Yeah, like Jackie. Like, what is Jackie gonna command?
But I feel like the Asia, not the Asia Wilsons in the world. She probably gave a little comment to whoever the WNBA president was, but she probably got back in her car and was like, "No matter what happens, soon as they up these salaries, my team is gonna take care of me. I didn't got
She's gonna be the
half.
highest paid player ever. And
Yeah,
it's not,
because
it's
we
not
knew
even
that.
gonna be.
It's not even gonna be close.
It's not gonna be close. She gonna
Yeah.
whatever the max.
So
is,
like
you
I feel
get.
like them, they were fine. I feel like it's them ladies under the
Yeah.
fifth, sixth, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh best player on your roster. They're free agents, and they're like, "Oh, the money is like that. Let me make this shit now."
But,
and
but
then
at least the minimum is going up too, right? So you're getting a raise regardless. How much of a raise are you getting?
exactly, that's gonna be interesting. More money, more problems. I can't wait because they're gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy, like because this is the first time, and their contracts like the NBA, so fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
You know what this also means, right? Same way in the NBA, the trades get hilarious. I fully believe the trades in the WNBA are about to get hilarious. And we can't trade pregnant women.
Without their consent. That's the De'Erica Hamby clause. Because what they did to her in Vegas when she sued.
And she won, right?
No, she dropped it. But the story was when she signed her extension with Vegas, it was with the knowledge that she would not get pregnant. And then she got pregnant. And they traded her to LA.
Is she back playing in LA?
Yeah, she's still in LA. She's been in LA for like 3 years now.
Let me ask you something. Whose side would you take on that one? Like, whose side do you?
The pregnant woman's side.
Oh.
You can't tell someone you can't get pregnant. That is illegal in all 50
okay.
states.
Yeah, and so is gambling. Not at casinos, and people do it all the time. Like,
And then
am I sick in the mind for understanding the team's position on that? Yo, dog, I'm about to make you I'm trying to extend you and make you a very highly paid player. Cool. Yes. I understand. Like, am I a fucked up person? I can't believe I'm about to
you might be evolving into the man.
I am. This is what I'm saying. Like, am I man? Somewhere management's like, yes, push our agenda. Yo, dog. If I give you this money, and I'm assuming this extension was putting her near the top of her field. If I give you new money to go out here and be near the top of your peers in terms of what you do. And the only thing I asked is, because I don't think that they didn't tell her don't get pregnant ever. They couldn't have said don't get pregnant ever. But I definitely felt like they probably somewhere here said, if I know Becky Hammond, she's probably like, yo, we are trying to win another XYZ championship and we need you here. That's probably along the lines of what they're saying. There's no way they told her don't get pregnant. They just softly said it.
Here we go.
We need you here, and we really need you here. We don't need other distractions taking you away from what we think could be a dynasty run. Probably something like that.
Yeah, so she sued them for retaliation. So the allegation is that the Aces rescinded benefits like private school tuition for her daughter and forced her to leave the team after she announced she was pregnant. And then there are also other clauses in there to protect pregnant women. So the thing that happened to Skylar Diggins doesn't happen to someone else. The Skylar Diggins clause.
What happened to Skylar Diggins?
So she got pregnant when she was in Phoenix. I mean, she was already beefing with Diana Taurasi, but like they didn't let her come back to the building to recover after her pregnancy. Like she had to go practice at the local Y. Like they wouldn't let her in the facility.
That's fucked up. I'm not taking the side of management on that. No.
Okay.
Because if we're a team, we gotta be a team. So either let me and Diana go in the other room and yap this out.
You've seen the clip though. They're playing the Aces and Skylar's on the end of the bench. She's shaking her leg like she's really thinking about it, and then she get up and start yelling at Diana. I'll send you the clip. That was the beginning of the Scholars.
They were on the same team. Listen, at that point though, you can't pick sides. So the thing I would do, I would just keep y'all separate. Like y'all don't need to fuck with each other. Yo, basketball teams kill me. Like not basketball teams kill me sometimes. Yo, you don't like him, he don't like you. You stay over there, you stay over there. Unless y'all are on the court, y'all really don't need to talk to each other. And if your asses can't get in here and play basketball together without as much money as y'all make, because y'all want to be petty about some shit, then we don't need either one of fucking you. We'll get rid of both of you. That's right.
You ain't getting rid of Diana Taurasi. She made you relevant.
What year was this?
22.
Is Diana Taurasi still who she was?
She was on her
No,
way
not
down.
in name. I'm talking about in performance. Like,
she was declining, but she was still like.
Okay, so you're not as good as you was, Diana. Look, that was cool. That was cool back in the day. That was cool back in the Bush administration. G. This 45-47 administration. Y'all either put this shit behind you and be fucking professionals, or we don't need both of you.
Yeah, she had won a championship. No, she had just won one in 2021. So yeah, she had just won a championship.
All right. Well, now we change it. Well, that changes my message, y'all. We are a championship team. We're going for back to back. If you two bitches can't come together and just
I missed.
Like if y'all
she hadn't won a championship since 2014. So no, it had been a while.
I'm back to my original point. Yo, Diana, your ass is what the fuck are you talking about? If you two bitches don't get this shit together right now, you two bitches will be playing. You're getting paid by the wire to play basketball. Get the fuck. Yo, every day I realize when I become a manager, I might be the one that just don't deal with the bullshit. Either y'all gonna figure this out or I'm gonna figure this out. And if I figure this out, nobody is happy. What y'all want to do?
Bam said you a whole villain.
I may be the villain in the Disney movie, but it's because unless it's like some real shit.
That is real shit.
No. Nothing.
De'Erica, absolutely. Both of them.
No. Well, the De'Erica, I'm talking about Diana and Skylar Diggins. Like, unless
the beef between those two.
Like, unless it's some real shit, y'all are way too fucking old for this. You make too much money.
I mean, but it happens. Shit. Draymond Green punched old boy right in his shit.
And I want to let everyone know, I would not have traded Jordan Poole after that.
No.
I'm bringing both of y'all in together. Well, I'm meeting with y'all separately. Then I'm bringing y'all both in together in a big room, very long table, multiple doors, long table, multiple doors. And I'm sitting in the middle, and y'all are sitting on the opposite ends. And like, I'm gonna cater this meeting. And I'm gonna say, no one leaves this room until we have an understanding as teammates, men, and brothers. We gonna figure this shit out.
The only way we make this right is if I get to punch that man in the face with some brass knuckles. That's the only way we make it right.
Yo, here's the thing: the shit I would do behind closed doors to settle beefs and force. Like if I'm Steve Kerr, I'm going out somewhere in San Francisco. I'm renting a gym out for the afternoon or for the evening. I'm gonna call Jordan Poole there. I'm going to call Draymond there. Boxing gym, by the way. I'm going to call Draymond Green there. I'm going to call Jordan Poole there. I'm going to be there in boxing gloves. I'm going to say, if I let y'all spar one round, can everybody here agree to drop it and let it go and never speak on this? NDA in both hands. Y'all got to sign this. If everyone, one sparring round, get this over with, and then we go back and win a championship. That's the type of shit I would do. Because I feel like in a situation like that, bink, 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 bink.
And ain't no sparring. Jordan, you get a crack at him.
Okay. We're gonna figure this out one way or another. But that's just me. All right, shout out to the ladies. They got their money. More problems coming with it. I can't wait to see. Last thing before we get out here in the wrestling world. So, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Week 2 in a row, these two have been in the ring. Last week, Roman called CM Punk old, got punched right in the mouth. Last night, though, I'm intrigued to see what they're doing with Jey Uso.
Yeah, man. Like I'm
Usos about to
hooked
lose the
now.
tag team title, by the way. I don't know if you can see
Yeah,
that
and
coming.
it's gonna be because
They're about
of
to
Jay.
lose it. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
probably going to be because of Jay, and something's going to blow up. I want to know how that's going to spill over into Roman Reigns versus CM Punk.
Yeah, because I think we're getting Roman. I think we're getting Roman versus Jay, part 2, where Jay is challenging to be the head of the. Like Jay is barking out orders now. Like
Saw that last night,
Go get
and he
him.
called him Joe. Yo, Joe, get him,
Go
oops.
get him. Like is
he
Jay
turned
the tribal chief now?
So now you're leading to what I think CM Punk is going to say next week.
Yeah, like oh, you taking orders from Jay?
He's going to come back. I guarantee you he's going to say this next week. So y'all saw what happened last week. So I just got one question. Who's the real tribal chief? Joe?
Yeah, there it is. Or does he call him Joe or does he call him Oos?
He definitely calls him Oath. Joe. He calls him Oos. I promise you, whole arena, whole Madison Square Garden will be laughing. Yeah, they're in Madison Square Garden next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think Roman versus Punk is going to be interesting. I don't know how I would book that if I were Triple H in terms of who wins.
I know Punk wins, but it's because Jay ruins it for Roman. Not because like, Roman's not losing clean. It's gonna be
and Punk's not winning clean.
Yeah, no one's winning clean in that match. I'd be shocked.
But what if Roman hasn't held a championship in a few years?
Yeah. Do you think they do Punk like that? Because Punk hasn't had the belt long.
But he won it back in January?
That's not long. Not anymore. Like back in the 90s, that's a long run. But now, like, they get to hold the belt for 12, 14.
Who?
Who did Punk take
Drew
the belt from? McIntyre.
He picked it up from Gunther.
How long did he hold it? He won it in Saudi Arabia, right?
He won it back from Jay, I believe.
Yeah.
Because Jay never got
it to Jay at WrestleMania.
And then
like
Jay had like 2 months, and then Gunther won it back, but Jay never got his official rematch.
Okay, so that's hanging in the air.
And then I believe so he won this in like December, January. Well, because I believe so he won it in he won it at a main event, to which then I believe Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank, took it from him.
Yeah.
To which then he had to drop it because of injury or something like that.
Who, Jay?
No.
Gunther had to drop it. Yeah, he did. He dropped it.
No, not Gunther. Seth.
You're right.
CM Punk with Gunther at a Saturday night's main event. Then Seth Rollins cashed in. No, it was like at SummerSlam or something. SummerSlam, one of the Survivor Series. Seth Rollins cashed in that night
and beat Punk. You're right.
And beat Punk, and
gave
then
it up to injury.
And then gave it up to injury off the LA Knight thing.
Yep.
And then when they were making like the tournament for it, it was maybe Gunther who had won it, or it was Gunther versus. Maybe it was Gunther who won it.
Yeah, it was Gunther.
And then Punk beat Gunther.
Yeah.
So it's like they're changing. And it depends. Like Cody won it back from Cena at SummerSlam or whatever.
Yeah.
Dropped it in December or January to Drew to then pick it up maybe like 2 months later.
So yeah, and so that's the case. Roman beats Punk, and then Jay's like, I never got my rematch. I want my rematch, and I want to be the tribal chief.
Good. I can see that. Because, CM Punk, I think about just how much these guys are on the road. Like, CM Punk's been traveling. He's been doing a lot of the tour.
And he's 40.
Yeah, so.
What did Punk say? Punk said, I don't need no help.
I don't need no. Yeah, you said that, did.
He does.
But here's the thing about Roman, though. Roman is what his cousin was just like two decades ago.
Yeah.
Like, he is the Rock, but the modern day Rock. Like, it doesn't matter how long he's been away, what's going on, what his storyline is. As soon as you hear them 3 letters or you hear that music, whole arena up, they throwing up them ones.
We know who it is.
Because we know. And he's just a draw. Like, I I like how they, they call Cody Rhodes their QB1, but he is Josh Allen to
Patrick.
Patrick's Mahomes. Like, yo, this guy could be doing nothing. He could have the worst storyline. We're tuned in.
It's still headlining.
We're tuned in, and that match will still be the very last match at whatever event he's at. Rowan's still gonna be the last match. So shout out to him, man. And then that's on the opposite end of that spectrum. Shout out to Obafemi. He's getting the good push.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brock
Brock
you go there talking all that shit. No, don't put him in there with Brock. It's like, how the fuck else would you solidify who this character is without a Brock Lesnar?
Hey, dog. All I know, Brock Lesnar called him boy last night, and I was like, "Hold on, Brock."
I heard that too. And I was like, that's
Yeah,
you
bro.
gotta be
Yeah, somebody got to pull him to. Can't be calling black people boy, Brock.
not on national
Not on
television.
TV.
Here's my thing about that. You saw last week though, where Brock told Oba to stand over him to make him look stronger.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it, but it makes me think. All right, it's funny. Makes me think about that lawsuit that they had that Brock was facing. What if Brock Lesnar's a half decent human?
He might be.
And what if Brock is really like a half decent human? And that lawsuit may be bullshit.
He might be. We'll see.
It's all good. We will see. We'll see next week. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, it's been a great show. A lot to talk about. A lot to speak on. We're going to save the rest for next week. Danny, let the people know quickly where they can find you. We can wrap this bad boy on up, brother.
You can find us at Speaking_Pod. I'm officially removing my other handle from Twitter, so the only handle that we have on Twitter is Speaking_Pod.
You're getting rid of Danny Ocean?
It's still there, but I have I'm logging out. I really don't use it. I check it once a week to retweet Kyle stuff from Going for Two. That's it.
Yeah, I haven't tweeted since mid-November. I haven't been on Twitter since mid-November. After the first couple of weeks, I'm gonna be honest with you, my mind has opened up so much. What I spend my time doing now is just crazy.
Yeah,
It's
same.
crazy. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow me at Los Demix. That's LOSDEEMIX. Make sure you stay tuned to my Twitch and YouTube. I will be streaming maybe on Friday. I have a DJ set that I think will be I know it's going to be recorded on Twitch, and hopefully I can be able to put that video on YouTube. Last thing I'm gonna say before we get up out of here. Hove, next time you announce a fucking concert in New York City in July, make sure you say this before I buy J. Cole tickets in July in New York City. What the fuck? I'm seeing J. Cole on the 31st of July. Jay-Z performing at Yankee Stadium 2 weeks prior. Are you fucking kidding me?
Them tickets are through the roof too. I saw some of those prices.
Yo, I had a homie. He bought tickets for the show they announced today. He bought 5 tickets at 900 something a piece and was like, yo, if you're not doing nothing, you can buy one of these tickets. This is before he told me the price. I asked him how much. He told me the price. I said, yeah, I'm going to go see J. Cole. I paid almost $750 less for a ticket in Barclays.
Call.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all next week. Do good trades. And remember, don't play with the fantasy or regular football gods. Y'all make sure y'all speak on it. From Danny Ocean, from Los D Mix, from Going for Two. Shout out Kyle, shout out Bam, shout